The Mamprugu Youth Association in Binduri is sounding an alarm over what it describes as targeted and unprovoked attacks by the Kusasi youth. Speaking at a news conference in Accra, group leader Mr. Al-Hassan Peter Adams likened the situation to the 1994 Rwandan genocide, warning of dire consequences if government fails to intervene. Mr. Adams alleged that women and children have also been affected and accused the government of failing to uphold justice, emboldening the attackers. He questioned why Boku Central remains under heavy security despite relative calm while Binduri is left exposed. The group called for the reinstatement of a ban on motor riding in Binduri and urged the Otunfo-led mediation team and ECOWAS to step in. They stressed that true peace must be rooted in justice, not selective silence and sacrifice.
At about 7 p.m. on Thursday, 22nd of June 2023, 6 gun-wielding young men riding 3 motorbikes and without any provocation opened gunfire on the Binduri youth, instantly killing one innocent Fushen Hamidu and critically injuring Aminu Isifu, who was rushed to the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital. Sadly, he passed on Wednesday, 28th of June 2023. Another incident occurred in Nayoko, number 1, where the assemblyman of the Nayoko electoral area, Dramani Hamidu, was shot at a close range while sitting in a shop by his house at about 7 p.m. on Friday, 23rd of June 2023. Interestingly, all the above victims are Mamprushis by birth, and all occurred in Mamprushi-dominated communities. As if these unfortunate incidents were not enough, there have been continued persistent attacks and threats by people from the Masuk, Bazua, Bingur, and Punyamiri, all communities surrounding Binduri, neighboring communities of Binduri. The last 6 weeks, 7 or 8 lives in Binduri and in Gumyoko were needlessly lost, murdered, while several houses were burned and cattle killed as a result of 5 attacks in the 2 communities. 6. Also, a bus and a military escort traveling from Boku to Bolgatanga was attacked by Kusasi gunmen at Bazua in Binduri, leading to the loss of 1 life. 7. One other most heartbreaking example of this tragedy occurred recently in Binguri, also a suburb of Binduri, where a woman and her children were brutally murdered by Kusasi assailants who accused her of being an informant simply because she occasionally traveled to Binduri. This heinous act underscores the extremity of the hatred and suspicion now fueling the violence. The situation in Binduri bears an alarming resemblance to the early warning signs of the 1994 Rwanda genocide, where a minority was slowly and silently eliminated while the world looked at the other. Ghana must not make the same mistake. Peace cannot be negotiated while one community is being targeted and erased in silence. This has reached a very critical threshold. We are very much convinced that poor governance, lack of justice, and the creeping failure of the security apparatus is what has emboldened these assailants this far in their quest to wipe out an entire community. We have evidence of videos, audios, and texts of Kusasi youth either calling for these attacks or celebrating the aftermath of these attacks. The instability in the area risks escalating into a fully blown insurgency that will extend to other parts of the region and beyond. To all Ghanaians of conscience, we appeal to your sense of justice. Stand with us, not for power, not for revenge, but for survival, dignity, and the right to live in peace. We are Mamprugus. We cannot and will never become Kusasis overnight. We are Ghanaians. We deserve justice. We demand peace now.